Posted in chat the Facebook link.
Welcome to another night of Paranormal Soup and the ITC Collective Night. Sadly, Keith and Carissa, my usual co-hosts for this, couldn't make it. Keith had to work, so they won't be joining us tonight. And we won't have another ITC Collective show until a couple months from now because the next end of the month show is the Halloween show. We'll get to that. I'll talk about that at the end of the show tonight. But I do have the whole Paranormal Soup team in the panel, and we will have the Skype call-in line tonight, which is OOJBLANDOO. Just send me a contact request, or if you already have called in before, you can just call me. Just wait till we get through a couple things at the beginning, and then we're going to open right up and go right in live experience. We'll try to give us enough time tonight to really get some live experience going, because last month's episode, we didn't get any. We had like a half an hour to play around, and then I blew my mixing board. So I'll be with you guys in just one sec. All right, welcome to another night of Paranormal Soup. If you're new to the show, every week I do my show. I have the World Wide Web of Weird, but of course on ITC Collective Night, if you don't know what ITC is, it's instrumental transcommunication. That's using spirit boxes or apps and devices to try to communicate with the dead. That's what it is. And we do these live experiments once a month. I get once a month for my wife to do this in the house. This is it tonight, so I look forward to these every month. But I bring in a group of people from the ITC Collective and some other people that are not. Todd, is my co-host. He's not part of the ITC Collective, but he is somebody who's interested in hearing about it. I think Todd, you're getting a little bit more interest in this.
I'm getting it.
Yeah. I think I can see it. When you clicked on that one time, you heard your name called out. Just one time, you randomly clicked on an episode. I thought that was pretty cool.
He is part now of the ITC Collective.
Oh, really?
I got borged in.
He's a brand new member last week.
Welcome to the collective. Resistance is futile.
I tried.
Well, all right. So Todd is a member of the ITC Collective. So everybody in the panel tonight is a part of the ITC Collective. Let me unlock the screen from here. Actually, I'm going to get it locked on to Jeff. Jeff has been running my video. Like I said, I don't have the World Wide Web of Weird. What we do have tonight, we've tried this kind of before. I've talked about trying, if there's anybody who wants to communicate with us from the other side, you'd think maybe the people that have passed on before us that were big instrumental transcommunication people who believed in it and researched it. And there's been evidence they've come across for other people. So I thought maybe we'd open up tonight by playing 4 videos of people here. The first one he's got up, this is no English at all, but I want you to get an idea who this is. Maybe his voice will come through, is Frederick Jurgensen, one of the pioneers of EVP, which is my favorite part of instrumental transcommunications, electronic voice phenomenon. Not spirit boxes, just recording an EVP. So this is Frederick Jurgensen. Jeff, you're muted right now, so nobody can hear it. So go ahead and unmute so they can get an idea what he sounded like. Still muted. There we go. Nope, unmute. Still muted, Jeff. You had it unmuted for like a split second. There you go.
Gut. Noch einmal vielleicht. Ja.
I believe he was German, right? Or French. I can't remember.
It sounds to be German.
Yeah.
Gut. Die Verbindung über das Mikrofon ist eine Verbindung mit begrenzten Möglichkeiten. Die kann nicht so viel ergeben wie die Verbindung über das Radio oder über die sogenannte träger werde. Ich möchte Ihnen vorführen, wie ich es mache. Hier haben wir eine Radio.
I thought he was French, but I am not bilingual.
Eine Welle. Die liegt zwischen
Is that
Moskau.
Italian, Bella?
Now that would be most definitely German.
German? Okay.
Von der anderen
I forgot. It's been a long time since I read anything about Frederick Jurgensen. But I know when I first took my first audio analysis class, my teacher talked about Frederick Jurgensen, recording. I believe he was the one that recorded his mother's voice while he was trying to get bird songs recorded, if I remember right. I have a good memory, so.
Kann auch weggehen. Und die verläuft ganz.
He wasn't the only pioneer EVP, but he's one of the main ones. And like I said, that's my favorite form of evidence. I love boxes. I love the instrumental transcommunication with that, but I love the idea of recording a voice with just nothing. It just comes out of thin air onto the recorder.
Am Abend um 9. Der Winter heißt, wir erwarten am Abend um 9. Etwas gezischt und geflüstert. Bitte passen Sie auf.
Everybody's saying German.
Gleich. Noch einmal. Noch einmal. Gut. Ich möchte jetzt eine Stimme vorführen von den sogenannten Verstorbenen, die über
So if we
sich
get
sprechen.
German sounding voice that sounds like that through, maybe we've got Frederick Jurgensen. I just won't understand him at all because I am not bilingual. And I have German, a lot of German in my family, but I have no idea. I took 2 years of Spanish, and I know no hablas español, and I barely know that. So we'll see, but it'd be great. Maybe he would. Maybe he on the other side can speak English now. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let's bring up the next video, Jeff. Just go ahead and pick one. We got 4 of them, so we played one. Here's one of my favorites, Bill O'Neill with the Spirit Com. Now, nobody's reproduced Bill O'Neill's results, which were incredible. It sounds like the guy from South Park that lost his voice box from smoking or whatever. That's what the Spirit box sounds like coming through here. And I'm not a tech guy to get into it. It was like 13 different diodes used in a certain way.
Sure glad you're here, sir. My gosh, how long has it been, sir? Since you've been here. I've been here most every day with you. You have? Yes, I have. Well, I haven't been able to hear you or see you, sir. Because you were wearing that equipment. Oh, I see. The frequencies weren't right or something like that? That's correct. Just a moment, sir. I said, could you wait a moment, sir? Very well.
Now, like I said, nobody ever reproduced his results. That's a lot of people think he faked it. But we also talk about certain people or certain mediums for these devices. And, one guy who's not passed on, I'm not showing a video tonight, is the guy that was in the skull experiment. They went and investigated Bacci, I think, or whatever, the Italian guy who had the radios and that should have no transmitters or whatever, but he would get voices. He gets voices through them and everything. And he's the medium for those devices. All right. Next up is Konstantin Radovev. Now, this is him talking from the dead. And I want to play this whole video, Jeff, so hopefully you got it from the beginning, because this is recorded voice, recorded messages he left for people after he died, because he was a big afterlife researcher, instrumental transcommunication researcher, and he communicated to a number of people after he died.
On the first part of this tape, you will have the opportunity to compare the telephone voice of Konstantin Radovev, early Latvian tape voice experimenter who died in 1974. These calls were made to 3 EVP experimenters in the United States. The first segment, lasting 40 seconds, came through my telephone at approximately 10:45 a.m. on January 27, 1994. My telephone rang normally. I was sitting at the desk in my office working. When I picked up the receiver, a clear male voice said, This is Constantine Radeve. I quickly pushed the record button of my Sano tape recorder that is connected to my telephone and asked, "How are you, Dr. Radeve?" This explains his first remark as my tape recorder began recording. "I'm as fine as a dead one can be." It is important to note he heard my question and responded to it in an appropriate way, perhaps showing a dry sense of humor. After that, he went on to complete his message, calling me by name and again saying his name at the end. You will then hear me say, "Thank you so much." You will notice there is no dial sound as he ends his contact, which you normally hear under usual phone call conditions. Others who have received phone calls from the other side have also remarked on the absence of dial tones. The second segment on the tape is a phone call George Meek, developer of the Spirit system, and now living in North Carolina, received on the same morning as mine came through. The third segment is a phone call Mark Macy of Colorado received on February the 11th, 1994, through his answering machine. He received a phone call several days before George and I did, as well as Walter Uphoff of Wisconsin. Fortunately, Mark and Walter did not have a tape recorder connected to their telephone, as George and I did. Ford Radeve's voice. In his second call, however, to Mark, as already mentioned, Mark found the message on the answering machine after he had been away from home a short time. Mark called George after listening to the message, and George confirmed Radeve had called him earlier that day.
I'm as fine as a dead one can be. Dear Sarah, thank you very much for everything you did for the propagation of the voices. We tried and we succeeded in building this bridge to the States. You are one of the first who are contacted by this meaning. Thank you very much for all the work you did. We are very proud and honored that we could contact you. I must interrupt now. This was the first contact. This was Constantine Radeve speaking.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, this is George Meek.
This is Constantine Radeve. George, my friend, at last we succeeded in contacting you. Jeanette is beside me, and she wants to give you all her love. This is Constantine Radeve. This is the first contact you get from us. I suppose that you can hear me.
I can hear you very well, very plainly.
Fine, so this is the beginning of a new story, a new chapter, George. You are a very good friend of ours, even if we haven't met. We will continue this. This is the first bridge we succeeded to build to the States. Mark was contacted, and I must interrupt now.
Thank you, dear friend.
And he couldn't sound any more creepier.
Yeah, this is Constantine Radeve.
So if he comes through, I think it'll be very distinct.
Get what you told, tell him. We were talking to him that we tried to make a mediumistic contact to Gene Peterson, and he wanted to register by other means, electric means. There will be no telephone contact while to your ITC group, colleague Mark, until you will have strengthened the bridge, the mediumistic bridge, to our time stream group. This is Constantine Radeve
And I've seen some other people's experiments, and I forgot who. Somebody, I don't remember who. I really wish I could remember who. Somebody I thought really did get him once, because it sounded like that voice. I don't remember who it was. It was somebody in the ITC collective, I thought. So maybe he'll come through. There's other ones. If I had Nikola Tesla and Edison's voices to play tonight, Edison's voice has been recorded. I just didn't find it. Tesla's voice, I've looked all over the place to find a recording of his voice. There's one out there everybody say, oh, this is Nikola Tesla speaking. It's not. It's a reenactment. I would love to get his voice and see if we could get him through. Next up is one of the biggest, to me, pioneers, because when it comes to ghost boxes, everybody knows Frank Sumption. This is the guy who started it all. And he started it, as far as I know, you guys could correct me, he started it to communicate with aliens, right? That's what I thought. It wasn't even for spirits, was it? What, Rob?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. And he wasn't big about people taking it on investigations and stuff. He thought, you would, just like Konstantin Radovev and thought, and George Meeks and them, that you have a certain location you do it in, like the skull experiment, and you do constant communication, it'll start coming through. He thought you take it to any random location, the spirits aren't going to learn how to use it. And he might have a point. But Frank Sumption passed away, in I want to say 2011 or 2014. It's not that long ago that he passed away. But yeah, you're talking one of the biggest. I mean, his boxes now, the ones he built himself, are buco bucks to get. If somebody's selling one, the people that are into this will pay big money for them. It'd been great if he was still alive. That would have been a dream interview to talk to him. So go ahead and play this video, Jeff, so everybody can hear what Frank sound like. There's not many videos of him out.
My father did this. Yeah. Yeah. And that almost has to be. That's the only thing that makes sense if my son was coming through. I get that a lot where he says, I'm helping my dad, and I was having trouble a couple months ago. It's just, I was getting frustrated, and I got this voice comes through, Dad, can I help you? So he's back right there helping me with the system. Yeah.
And I think that was all the videos I had. So we got 4 people. We got Frank Sumption, Frederick Jurgensen, Konstantin Radovev, and Bill O'Neill. And any of the other founders would be great if they come through. Like, I'm a big fan of Nikola Tesla or Edison. I've heard stories about what the skull experiment. It wasn't Edison who tried to come through to the skull people on the film. Like, he left a message for him on the film or something like that. And I've heard other stories about Edison trying to come through to people. Like, he's trying to build a way in the other side to communicate. Very interesting stuff. So when I start getting the ITC, those are the things I think about. It's like, if these guys were really into this and now they've all passed on, are they able to do anything on the other side? Are they trying to further it on their end now? It's an interesting thought.
If anybody was ever going to make it happen 100%, it would have been Tesla.
Damn straight. That's my favorite. Yeah. And
I always think about that stuff too.
So tonight we have a couple things going on. Of course, we're going to be doing the live ITC experiments. We're going to start those here in a minute. And you can call in, like I said, the Skype ID. I usually have it up on my lower third, but we have so many people in the panel you can't see it. So I will type it in the chat here, and I will say it again. It's Skype ID 00JBLANDOO. And you just send me a contact request. Call in. I'm opening up the Skype line now, and we'll see if the Spirit Box want to talk to you. Now, I have on my end, you'll be able to hear, I got it set up tonight, so you can hear my portal device given to me by Michael Todd Phillips, MTP. I have his portal. Now, it's rigged into the mixing board. People ask me, well, how do the spirits hear, if it's going to the mixing board, maybe the spirits aren't going to do so well, and they might be right because it's not coming out into the ether, out in the air, and they can't hear the people coming through my headphones. I swear they do hear you. I really do. I swear if I hook them up into the mixing board, they do. The reason I do it into my mixing board is I have a 5-year-old, about to be 5 at the end of the week, and a 7-month-old sleeping upstairs. and the wife who's going to be going to bed here in a minute. And so that's the reason why I have my plug in the mixing board. One, I love the sound of it, and two, I don't want to wake them up with creepy ITC spirits coming through my box. My wife would kill me. So that's why I do it in the mixing board. But I have it so hopefully that you're on the Skype line, you'll hear my end. If not, it doesn't work. We have a whole panel here tonight. We got Jamie D with her portal sitting behind her. Of course, Jeff is with us. He's running all the video. If we'd show any other videos tonight, Jeff's my engineer for Paranormal Soup. This is the whole Paranormal Soup team here, except for Judy's missing tonight. I don't know if she's coming on or not. We got Bill with his portal and not his portal, his own built spirit box, which is built like a portal in a way, but it looks really cool. Oh, we got a caller. You there, Zach?
Yes, sir, I am.
Make sure you turn your YouTube off in the background because I can slightly hear it.
There we go. Just turned off.
All right. As they say, extinguish style YouTube. All right. Well, tonight, hold on with me one sec because I'm still introducing people in the panel. We also have Rob Autry, who has plenty of different goodies, just like Bill and Jamie, to play around with, different apps. I only have one app on my end I really use, and that's a CD one, and I have a radio, and I have my Raven X app, but I'm not getting good results using that. That uses only allophones. I've gotten some good results if I give it like a couple hours to run. I don't know, so we don't have that time. And then we have Todd. Todd is just joined the ITC Collective. He's my resident skeptic at times, and a very smart person. He can point out a lot of good things about when I show my World Wide Web of Weird. And Todd, you're starting to get into the little bit of this spirit box stuff. You even said tonight when we were talking before the show, you've downloaded a couple apps. So I see you start. Go ahead.
Oh, I've got a few. I'm trying. It's my biggest thing is it's the way that the responses come through, and it's going to probably continue that. If I'm having a conversation with you and I ask you a question, you're going to answer. I'm not going to sit there and wait for 30 seconds to get a response that sounds like an answer to me, because that's not in my brain a response. It just isn't. It's a random noise that I went, oh, that might have been what I wanted to hear. And that's it's everybody's evidence. I'm sorry to everybody, but when you hang out for 10, 20, 30 seconds, you say, what color is this? And then go silent for a minute until you hear, oh, that was red. No, it wasn't.
And this is why I like you, Todd. You kind of stayed away from these episodes for a long time, but this is the reason why I've always wanted you on here, because sometimes we get excited and we get caught up in stuff. It's good to have that solid mindset. Todd, what Todd's talking about is straight on the way you should be thinking when you're doing these sessions. You want a direct reply. You want to hear it. Now, sometimes you just don't hear it with you right away. These things go by so fast, your brain doesn't catch it. You go back and review it, which, Jamie, you're going to help me out and review this one and edit the video for me, Jamie. Please, pretty please, with the cherry on top. I'm hoping. But we have to go back and review it sometimes, and you get you get those responses sometimes right away after you just missed it because your brain didn't catch it. Because it's the audio is not the clearest, and there's a lot of different effects used. We can get into all that. We've talked about it before. So Zach, tonight, how familiar you are? I know you've been watching. You started watching the show like a month or so ago. How familiar are you with instrumental transcommunication?
Well, I've been watching Steve Huff's videos for quite a while now, so I haven't actually used it myself, but I've been watching it, and I think it's really, really cool to say the very least.
So if you have your chance tonight to have an app be talking to you, I got a number of different people here with different options. What do you want to try? What app out there, or Spirit Box even, or a radio? What do you want? Because we got some options here.
Well, what would you recommend?
Well, I have my SCD one I can run. That is the most classic of the apps. But maybe since you're new and this is your first time, we're going to go with the most classic. Bill's holding it up right now.
Bill's waving it around.
Yep, is the SB7. Now, Bill, I asked that you play that through a portal, though. I hate the SB7 without it, because when I first started doing Spirit Box, stuff, Judy would bring the SB7 along. She's like, "Can we do the SB7 now?" And I'm like, oh, "Okay," because it's just so much noise. But when I first saw Steve Huff's video with the portal, I'm like, "That's awesome." because it cuts out so much of that noise and just lets certain communication do. That's why I fell in love with the work he was doing, and became a fan. And for people who don't know, that's new to this show, ITC Collective is a Facebook group that's started by Keith Weldon and Steve Huff, or Steve Huff being really big into the ITC, been a big following on YouTube, and Keith being with Chill Seekers, an investigator. They put together this Facebook group for people to come together that want to research this stuff without being judged, or have a good place to come together and share our evidence. But Steve, having this device, I was like, now I want to start using the SB7 with something like that. And I came up with my own cheap version of a portal to do that. So, and if you hear a baby in the background, that's not paranormal. That's the 7-month-old having a crap fit. He's not feeling good tonight. So I might mute myself at times during this. So if you don't hear me, Zach, hopefully you'll be hearing that. Bill, do you want to go ahead and fire that up?
Sure.
All right.
And Jason, I've got something that I don't know if many people in the ITC group have messed with, but the good old-fashioned point the video camera at a television.
Oh, yeah.
And put a mic on the white noise coming out of it. I've got an old large screen.
Oh, Todd, I love you.
That I'm more than willing to donate if you guys want to use it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. It's called video feedback.
Yeah, I've tried that a few times.
I've seen some interesting results that people claim getting with that.
It doesn't work with the old flat panels, but the older TVs.
Yeah.
That's when I first heard of EVPs and anything. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
And I've got that thing sitting here at the house. So.
Well, hold on a second with us, Zach. Bill's setting it up.
It's all good.
And Rob's going to sing.
Oh, I forgot about the contest. While we're waiting for Bill to set up, we do have a contest. And maybe, Zach, since you're the first caller in, you have a chance to win this. There's a contest. Are you interested in having your own spirit box?
Oh, I'd love one.
A hack shack. So I know you can't see me right now because you have your YouTube off, but it's called, I'm going to hold it up for the audience to see because I have one. Rod gave me one. This is called a Memorex digital AM/FM radio. 2X Extreme. It's, for people jogging and stuff, but it's been hacked, just like the SB7 that Bill's about ready to do. And Rob's going to give one away. Zach, are you on my Facebook?
Yes, sir, I am.
I thought you are. So I can get you in contact with Rob because Rob's going to send it to you if you win this. Okay, you got one shot to win this. You get one. I give you one guess. Okay, because maybe you'll get it your first try. You get one guess the name this movie line. Now I thought this was easy, but when I played this for Jamie, Jeff, Bill, Rob already knew about it because we love this movie, and Todd, none of them got it. All right, I will stipulate that.
I love the movie, but I still didn't get it.
All right, don't give it away. But I will stipulate that I didn't pick this movie. It's not a paranormal movie, but this person sees a lot of weird crap. So here's your one line from the movie to tell me if you can tell me the title of this movie, then you win.
Okay.
Wait! We can't stop here. This is backcountry.
Do you know the movie?
Oh, boy.
Get one more time to hear it. You want to hear it one more time?
No Googling.
Sure, go ahead.
No Googling it. One more time. And you're going to be timed on this because no Googling.
I finally figured it out, I think.
All right, be quiet.
Wait! We can't stop here. This is backcountry.
And nobody give it away in the chat room. That'll be cheating.
To be honest with you, man, I can't think of it right at the top of my head.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's what this is for. This is a favorite movie of mine, and if I heard this, I'd be bam on it. So the winner's going to have to know this. Sorry, Zach. Maybe we'll have another time. Maybe Rob will have another one. I'm sorry, bud. You had to know it. So
it's all cool, man.
After Zach gets off the phone, if anybody else wants to know it and call into the show, don't give it away in the chat room. Somebody else will beat you to it. You can call in the show and have a chance to win this. You just got to tell me what movie was that from. Okay, and that's all you got to do. Nobody give it away in the chat room. Don't be a spoiler on this one. Don't help anybody out. If you know it, keep your mouth quiet and call into the show and get yourself a free Hack Shack radio. Sorry, Zach. But you're going to get to communicate. Are you ready, Bill?
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and run? Let's make sure. Hopefully Zach can hear you.
So? Just let me know if the volume's loud enough here.
Can you?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
Can I just ask it a question?
Yeah. I want you to ask questions of it, especially if there's somebody you think you might be able to communicate with.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Sure.
Hello. Hello. Is there anybody there that would like to communicate with me?
Is there anyone that could give a message to Zach who's listening in? If there are any spirits with Zach, maybe you could come through across the miles and have your voice come through this speaker here.
They're being unusually quiet. Come on, spirits, talk to Zach. Anybody there that wants to talk to Zach?
Is anyone here that would like to talk to Zach? Or any of us?
Is that my name again?
It did sound like Todd.
Sure.
Ask some more questions, Zach. And if there's anybody you want to particularly communicate with, call them out.
Okay. What is the afterlife like?
Can you tell us what the afterlife is like? Can you tell Zach what the afterlife is like?
Zach, you don't have to sit and just wait for an answer forever. Go ahead and ask the next question or follow up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes these scenes you don't hear the reply, and we'll hear it when we play it back.
Right.
A lot of times also with true EVP things, it'll come through while you're talking.
Is there someone named Miriam there?
And just in case, ask the question for him, Bill.
Is there a spirit named Miriam?
Lionel.
Lionel? Zach,
Did he say Ida?
It sounded like Ida or something like that, or Lionel.
That's what
Lionel Richie? He's alive.
Lionel, I thought.
Yeah, I thought Lionel.
Just his career's dead.
Zach is asking about someone named Miriam. I got that name right. Could you come through with any messages? Maybe say your name.
Go ahead and keep firing at it, Zach. Give it 10 seconds and go again.
Okay. Is there a different career path in my life you would recommend for me?
Can any spirit tell Zach if there's any career path you could advise him on?
W.
I thought I heard football, but I don't know how much of a football player you are, Zach.
No, I'm not. I'm not that big.
Me neither.
All right. I just have one more question.
Go for it.
Who murdered JFK?
Ooh, good one.
Can any spirits tell us who murdered JFK?
Are we talking pre or post Mandela effect murder?
I guess pre.
I heard 3. Which some people thought there were 3 shooters. But we want to know who was behind it.
I'll ask again. Any spirits tell us who really shot JFK?
Like, I can.
You say wait?
Why?
Why? Because we're curious.
Yeah, it's been a little bit over 50 years, and a lot of people believe that he was murdered by more than one person. So we would just like to know.
Are they not allowed to tell us?
Was it some kind of conspiracy? Were there more people involved than what we know?
I heard a yes, but we need more than that.
There you go.
That almost sounded like Reagan, but that can't be right.
Reagan was behind it. He was around. He could
was
have.
on the grassy knoll.
Actually, there's a lot of conspiracy theories around his vice president that he had was George Bush.
Am I allowed to ask one more question?
You go for it, Zach.
Okay, I just have one more. Did anybody murder JFK's son, John Jr.?
That's a rabbit hole.
Hillary
Clinton.
Did anybody murder JFK's son, John Jr.?
Can you tell Zach where the money's hidden?
What money? You tell me where some money's hidden.
About it. Now. Right.
Looks like Jason crashed out, so Zach's not hearing anything.
Uh-oh. No, he's still there.
Or
is he?
It's a long time since I've ever had that happen.
Lorelai must have tried to call in.
Well, I'm not sure.
She's to come on the show. So, you still there with me, Zach?
Yep. Yes, sir. Still here.
Okay.
Well, who knows?
If it responded, Zach wouldn't have heard it because he was with me.
And sometimes when we listen to this stuff back, you'll hear more than you realize.
Well, thank you for calling in, Zach. Maybe
All right, thank you so much.
Maybe on playback we'll hear some responses we didn't hear the first time around.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man. Have a great night.
You too, man. Take it easy.
Bye.
While I have this running, should I ask about some of the other people? Konstantin Radovev?
You can. I already have a lineup of people ready to call.
Oh, okay.
Next caller. There was a who me.
How you doing, Jen?
Hey, I'm calling for your movie trivia.
Oh, okay. You already know it, I bet.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I love you.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
That's it. Jennifer is the winner
That's
of the
the
Memorex Spirit Box.
I have the 10th anniversary edition of that movie.
See, this is why I love you and Kevin, because you have the same taste as I do.
And as soon as I heard We Can't Stop Here, this is Backcountry, I'm like, oh, yeah, I know that.
That's what I thought. I'm like, oh, this is easy. I mean, people are going to get
That was
that.
from Where the Buffalo Roam. The Bill version of that.
It took Bill until after the show started to figure it out. But I had to tell Jamie, Jeff, and Todd. Well, Todd, I think you figured it out.
I
You
Googled it. I cheated.
I love that movie. I sit there and I'm about ready to wear out the DVD. I watched that movie so much.
I had it on VHS. I wore it out. And I don't know. Did I ever get it on DVD? That's one of those get me this for a birthday present one day, and I never got it.
I got it at Walmart for $5 now.
Yeah. No, I did get it on DVD eventually. But yeah, one of my all-time favorite movies, and he does see a lot of weird crap. Big giant lizards, flying bats.
Huge bats, right.
A midget with a knife in its mouth crawling up his grandmother's leg.
Yeah, that's one of the best scenes ever.
The casino scene.
Yeah. The mind recoils in horror. Well, all right, Jen, do you want to try to talk to some spirits? You are, I always, I told you, I think I sent you a message the last show on the chat. I think you got off. I told you should come. You're a member of the ITC Collective. You should be in the panel for one of these shows one of these times.
Yeah, I'll try it. I just got, I just uploaded or downloaded a copy of the Afterlight box.
Yeah, it's a new one. A lot of people are
I love that box. I sat there and had an hour and a half session with. I can't even tell you.
Well, Bill or Rob, do you want somebody to pull up the Afterlight box? Because I think one of these guys might have it.
Yeah, I think we both have it.
Yeah, I have it.
And as soon as you mentioned what movie it was, the line, I got excited. I'm like, I know this one. I have to call in.
You restored. Oh, Matt Payne's in the chat room. Hello, Matt. I have to say hi to Matt because I haven't seen him in a long time on here. Matt Payne has a number of devices we should try to use tonight from Paranormal Shadow Investigations UK. So we'll definitely get to some of those. My favorite being the Portal app. Even though he made the Raven X app with me, which is the Allophone app, and I still like the Portal app better than that one that I came up with.
It is good.
It is. So you want to do the Afterlife box, or you got any other ones you want to try?
No, it doesn't matter. Whichever one's running.
Rob, you going for it?
I can. Yeah.
All right. We'll move it on over to Rob. Bill, you hold on because we got more toys on Bill's end we'll play with later.
Yeah, I could hop on the Portal app if you like.
Yeah, once you get that ready, because that might be our next one we do, because I love the Portal app. But we're going to try the Afterlight box since we were talking about that twice now tonight.
Yeah, I've got Afterlight, but I don't know how to broadcast it, so.
Yeah. Leave it to the ITC broadcasting pros here.
I love it when you guys do ITC nights, by the way.
Thank you. This started, it's now been over a year since we started doing these shows. And just so people know, my shows are going to start playing on the Dungeon Radio Network in October.
Very cool.
They're just a podcast. It's after the fact. It's not going to be live or anything. And I'm going to have 6 episodes from the past that are going to be up on there. And you know which one's going to be on there, Jen?
Which one?
The last one we did.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, congratulations. That's still an achievement. So.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever gotten paid for doing my show.
Nice.
And it's audio only. It's a radio network. It's going to be a horror sci-fi network. It's called what are their, well, I'm already forgetting it. Dungeon. They made it short. It's DNGN, I think is what the it'll be. And, yeah, they're going to have 6 of my episodes to start with. I got $100 for 6 episodes, which I'm going to give to Judy because I'm using the computer I still haven't paid her for.
If we can ever get enough money being generated, then Jason can replace all the equipment Laura Lee breaks.
She's the next caller in. She's already online.
Start powering things down now.
She asked. She was like, "Can I call in?" Trepidation, I say yes. I only got 2 mixing boards left. So Rob's getting it set up. Now, for people that don't know, Jennifer Malik and Kevin Malik are with, they've been on the show numerous times. Not long ago, you've been on the show. They host a show every Friday night. Was it 7 p.m. Central Time?
Yes.
Called Paraversal Universe, which I love that title, on the Paranormal King Radio Network. Ross Raposo's network. They has a number of hosts that I love, and all, of course, paranormal related. And you guys have had some great guests on your show, so check it out every Friday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. I don't convert the time zones for people. Go figure it out. Google it. And the Paranormal King Radio Network. Are you ready, Rob?
Yep.
All right.
Kevin said thank you.
No problem. Love you, Kevin.
And by the way, Jennifer, if you shoot me a Facebook message or something and tell me where to send this, I'll get it right out to you.
All right, yeah, I'll do it after. I only have one question, and I'm going to let the line free because other people want to call in.
Okay. We'll see the spirits answer it.
Yeah. I'll message you on Facebook.
All right. Here we go.
All right, I have a question. The spirits that are out there, it's Jennifer. Do you have any messages for me?
You're right.
Did it say Jennifer?
Thought I heard my name.
Yeah.
Any of the spirits out there have a message for Jennifer?
My face.
The exhibition. Oh, here my God.
Spirits? She's listening if you have a message for her.
All right. Well, the female that comes through kind of actually almost sounds like my mother.
Well, try talking to her.
Mom, is that you?
Discomfort.
Did it just say it's mom?
Yeah.
I was waiting for another response. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Mom.
Keep talking.
Hi, Mom. I love you and I miss you.
Ask for a validating question from your mom, Jen.
If it's you, Mom, what is my middle name?
You should know.
Yeah, really.
That's what I thought they were about to say.
And then, nobody can.
You should know. Yeah, that's totally my mother.
Well, she's forgotten, so remind her.
No, I miss her sarcasm. All right. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Mom and Spirits. I'm going to hang up. And
Okay. Don't forget to get in contact with Rob because you won the first contest ever on Paranormal Soup. First prize because I'm a break man. And thank you, Rob, because I don't have money to have prizes to give to anybody. This was his idea. So thank you, Rob, for doing that.
Next week will be a free snuggle session with Bill.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. And thank you, Rob.
You're much
Have
welcome.
a great night.
All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
I think my background is disturbing some of the chat room.
There's
I
a
gotta
ghost
say,
with Todd.
I wasn't really paying attention, and I looked up and saw that one came out, and it kind of freaked me out for a second there.
Me too. I was tripping for a minute. I thought it was his vape. I'm like, do you see what's happening next to you? There's like arms coming out.
That is in a real haunted house.
Really?
That's not a special effect.
Well, we'll see if anybody else calls in. Remember, the Skype ID is OOJBLAND00. You can call in, see if the spirits will talk to you. I think we really might have got some responses on that one. That afterlife box did sound really clear. It had really good responses, I think, on that one. If we want to continue with that one for just a few, and see if we can get the founding fathers to come through. Nope, we got Laura Lee. Batten down the hatches.
Hold on. Fasten your seatbelts.
Powering down.
Hi. Hi. Hopefully I don't break anything this time. It's not me, I swear. It's what's at my house. First of all, hi, everybody. I'm so glad everybody is here tonight. You know what, Jason? Honestly, you have the best show. I actually just posted it live right now on my Facebook, and I have quite a few people. I hope more people join us.
A lot of people tonight, so thank you.
Yeah, your show's getting big. Just one quick aside before I start. I was just going to say, Perry, I was so bummed out that you canceled your drive-in movie that you had planned. That was so much fun. By the way, Jennifer that just called, she's an absolute riot. And Rob and Perry both went out of their way that night. I really appreciate everything you did. Anyways, I'm going to dare to do this. I've had quite a few people, quite sadly, that I've known that have passed. And I know that Perry and I think it was Rob actually in one of their ITC sessions, they did ask. I'm just wondering if anybody that's on the good side, obviously, hopefully people I know very sadly that have passed might be able to tell us where to go next, what to do, and who is this that's doing this, and how do we get rid of this or get on with a normal life finally?
She's looking for help from the other side. For people that don't know, or new to the show, or have missed a number of episodes, Laura Lee lives in a very haunted house. I don't want to say it's demonic, but it has the telltale signs of it, and it's a very active, violent, dark entity. And the last time I tried to do a spirit box session with Laura Lee on the phone, I blew my favorite mixing board, my baby.
Actually, that wasn't the first one. Every time, even Todd said, every time I call, something breaks.
No, Todd, you said what, your monitor started smoking?
Yeah, I monitor smoke with Laura Lee on.
Really?
Like, honestly, guys, everything in my house is broken. Del knows lots about lights. The room I'm in right now, all the lights, none of them work. Thank goodness Del's creative and knows a lot about electrical. He's tried switching light bulbs. He's tried everything. Like, everything in my house is broken. Batteries go. You don't know if the vehicles are going to run. We're on our fourth lawnmower. I mean, go on and on. I just want this to stop. I also want to publicly say thank you to Jennifer and Kevin. They did try to help us out, and I didn't get really excited because it seems to be the same thing every time we find the quote-unquote real thing. It always seems to strike out. And I know Jennifer and Kevin talked about this last week. People were asking in the chat, can evil entities cause this to happen? Yeah, sorry, a couple weeks ago. Evil entities make this happen. I totally agree. I will be writing a book one day, but this not for fame or fortune, but God forbid anybody go through something like this.
So pick your device and don't pick me. I see the looks on like Bill just made his face like, oh my God. So we got a number of people here with toys and stuff like that. I've had you on. You've already done the SCD one, so you don't need me to do it. You don't need me.
No, I don't need to. Jason won't do that. And Rob and Perry have tried before, so I'd be really grateful if there was maybe somebody different that would be
that leaves
enough to try.
That would be Jamie, but Rob's got enough stuff that he's just giving it away. So
I don't have the stuff hooked up in the back right now, and Jeff's going to start twiddling, and I don't want him to twiddle right now.
Yeah, we don't want to get Jeff around. Rob, do you want to try something on your end there, or Bill? You dare.
They have tried.
I will be set up next time, though.
No problem.
Well, as a bonus, they say that fear can heighten activity. So, and Rob's worried about smoking half of his house, so there's a fear factor there. So it'd work.
Yeah, but his house didn't start on fire. Neither did Perry's. They tried first. Actually, I didn't even ask them. They tried, and I was so grateful that they did, but we didn't hear anything, did we, guys?
Not a whole lot, except for that, that one thing when you ask about, I think it was your dad or something, and we got reincarnated reply. That was pretty.
Oh, yeah, that was Dell's dad. I actually forgot to tell him about that. Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, I forgot about that, Rob. You're right.
Very cool.
That was kind of freaky.
Rob, do you want to give it a try? Is there a favorite app that you would like Rob to use? Because he's got almost all of them.
Laura,
You know what, Rob?
using this
How about
stuff in
use
your
your
own house?
intuition?
What
Use
was
your
that?
intuition.
So she's telling you to randomly pick one.
Well, I still have the Afterlight box running. If you want
Yeah,
to.
but Laura Lee, as a general thing, stop using the stuff in your own house and poking at it. you don't.
I
Wanna...
don't use it. I
She
don't
doesn't.
communicate with
She
these people.
doesn't.
Things. I don't do anything.
Yeah, she
I
doesn't.
actually. Sorry, go ahead, Jason. Sorry.
I can testify to that. I've had conversations with her about this, and I know she doesn't. She's too afraid to. This is the closest she'll come to it, is calling into my show or Rob.
I guess I should say, usually I'm not afraid because I know fear feeds this. Well, I know I mentioned that Jason, in an emergency situation a couple of weeks ago, did help me out. That was the only time I truly was frightened and was just about ready to leave the house. Otherwise, you know what? I just kind of try to take it with a grain of salt. Take Debbie Vigay's example she suggested laughing. I've even tried that.
Yeah, I agree with her on that one, big time. All right, we're gonna do with the afterlife, right?
Okay.
What you're doing, right?
Thanks, Rob.
It sounded really good with Jen. We seem like we're getting some results, so we probably should stick with Jen. All right, you got it up and running, it sounds like?
Yep.
Okay, Laura Lee. Go ahead. And just people know when I was talking about that, I was going to add to when I'm going to have these podcasts on the Dungeon Radio Network, when I choose ones, I'm never going to end up choosing the ITC Collective one because they're not radio friendly, but they're still entertaining for video. Okay.
Okay. What I'm asking is, Ray, you passed a couple of weeks ago. I was very sad to hear that. That's actually one of my first boyfriends and a close friend I've had for years since I was 14. Close uncle of mine, Uncle Bob, passed in May. We've had quite a few other people. So anybody that's on the positive light side, is there any advice you can please give us that we can do? We keep striking out. We get close to somebody helping us. Something happens that they can't come. They can't help us. And I just don't know where to turn next or what to do next.
So we'll clarify this as we only want positive, good spirits to come through and to help Laura Lee. We don't want what the nasty thing is that's messing with her. Only positive, good spirits.
Only positive.
Exactly, please.
Do you have any replies for Laura Lee?
That didn't sound good.
No. Give it a minute.
All right. Again, we're looking for some positive replies from positive spirits for Laura Lee. Anybody have anything to say to her?
I'm not catching that, so.
Are you hearing it at all?
I'm hearing it, but there's a lot of reverb, so I'm not hearing exactly what it's saying.
We'll definitely look at playback to see.
Dan Leslie, that's Dell's father again, my father-in-law, and I know that was who replied. You said you've been reincarnated, but do you have any messages for us at all too? Anything that we can use help go in the right direction?
What's weird is I thought I heard it say that name right before you said it.
Really?
I don't know. We'll have to listen to the playback on that one.
I do believe you about that, Jason, because the first ones I participated in, I called in and asked you to speak to my father-in-law. I didn't hear it, but when I replayed it, it was clear as a bell. You said, "This is Dan Leslie. What can I do for you?"
Is that Dan there? Can you talk to the Laura Lee?
Is that you, Dan? Someone in the chat said they heard Dell's name. That's my husband's name, by the way.
Yeah, I see that.
Mhm.
It said Dan or Dell. Thought they heard.
Mhm.
I thought I heard Dan Leslie, and then you said Dan Leslie. I'm like,
Actually, it's Lessie, Lessy. But
well, I butcher
yeah.
everybody's names, even the ones on the
No, I didn't mean it that way.
That's all right.
Butcher's my name.
Yeah, every time.
I don't want to take up too much time, but you know what? We just had another door closed tonight, and I just don't know where else to go right now. So any of you have got many people that have passed away from my family. I know that you're in the light. Anybody at all that can send any information whatsoever through Rob's device, I'd be eternally grateful.
Yeah, listen back to that one.
I know. That's what I was thinking too.
Did it
That
say
actually
something about Rob too?
That's what I thought I heard. Rob, maybe?
But I heard Lindsay, or I'm messing it up, but that name.
Is there anybody from Laura Lee's family that has any messages for her to help her out?
I don't want to take up too much of your time here, but you know what? I will listen back to this, and I really appreciate you being brave enough to try, Rob.
And people in
Thank
chat,
you.
if you're hearing anything, type it in. So it gives a time signature for everybody to look back at.
Yeah, that helps out a lot.
It really does, yeah.
And I tell anybody, my videos are free to download and edit. If you think you've heard a message tonight and you want to edit the video down and post it, I don't care. Do it. And just let me know because I want to see it. And Jamie, I'm really, really hoping you get a time to edit this video down tonight for me, please. Because I have no time.
For sure.
Thank you.
Anyways, guys, I really want to thank you once again. And we'll give somebody else a chance, by the way, Jason. I know you're super busy, but when you get a chance, I'd love to chat to you about something I mentioned in the chat.
Yeah,
Hopefully it might help things out, okay?
Okay, yeah. No, I'll...
Thanks, everybody. Much love to you all, and thanks.
Have a great
Prayers and good vibes
You
your
too.
way, Laura Lee, as always.
Bye, Laura Lee.
Bye, thanks.
We got away unscathed.
So far.
I do. I clench up a little bit when I know she's going to call. After I lost that mixing board. So, all right. Let's see. Anybody else wants to call in and get their shot at the Sea of the Spirits, communicate with them tonight. This is Instrumental Transcommunication Night for anybody that's just joining us. We're doing live spirit box sessions, and we will see if the spirits communicate with you. No guarantees, and sometimes you don't hear that until playback. And if you're in the chat and you think you heard something, post it in the chat. That's how these shows work. If you've never done it before, type it in the chat, time it, and it helps us get an all agreement. Like we're all hearing something. So I'm watching the chat right now. Everybody in the panel pretty much is. But while we're waiting to see if anybody else calls, let's see if we can talk to the Founding Fathers. I'm interested.
Not those Founding Fathers either.
Not Jefferson or Franklin. The Founding Fathers of Instrumental Transcommunication. We played four of their videos at the beginning of the show: Frederick Jurgensen, Konstantin Radovev, Bill O'Neill, and Frank Sumption. So any of those guys, if you come through, help us learn how to communicate better, go for it. So what do we want to play with now? Do you want me to throw my SCD1 on, see if we get anything through that? I got to get it running.
Yeah.
See, I wish I could figure out a way to do it other than if I just turned it on my phone. With my
Rob, you use a mixing board with yours too, don't you?
Yep, I do.
Bill just plays it next to his mic, and so does Jamie.
Yeah, I do have. I mean, I have my microphone in the mixing board, but I like you've said, that real sort of audio resonance and all that.
Yeah, only reason I don't do it is because I have little ones upstairs. That's the reason why I plug mine in the mixing board.
Plus, I always thought it sounded better when I tried it straight into the mixing board. To me, it didn't sound as good.
All right, spirits. We're running the STD1. Again, the Skype call line is OOJBLAND00 if you want to call in. You should be able to hear it through my end, I hope. If not, we'll switch to somebody else to let them see. But we're going to try this. Is there any founding fathers of the instrumental transcommunication want to come through? And I want to include Edison, Thomas Edison, and Nikola Tesla into that group. Can you come in and communicate with us? You guys able to hear it?
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Maybe some validation tests to start out. See if we're communicating with anybody. I did this once from when I first fired up this portal. It answered this once before. Can you tell me what I'm holding up here? What am I holding up? What am I holding in my hand? Now, the first time I ever did that, I didn't hear it until I played it back. All right, you can find that video.
Now the funny one is I've got one sitting here running, Jason, and I heard, "Is it medicine?"
Is it medicine? Not really. All right. The finger test, which always sounds so raunchy. All right. How many fingers am I holding up? No.
Yeah, not 5.
Yeah, not 5. They always get it wrong.
1 and 5.
How many fingers?
There was 5 again.
Well, I guess if they technically count that, I'm like, maybe they're being smartasses because I have these 2 fingers and they're up technically, like, because I can't get my fingers to bend down because my joints and my fingers are killing me. So yeah, technically 5 jerks. Because I can't bend my fingers down. It's supposed to be 3.
There was a 4.
Now they're just running through numbers.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You asked specifically for numbers, and we're getting numbers. That, to me, is a valid response, whether the answers are right or not.
Yeah, but I want a right answer because that's what always gets me with it. We'll also take for validation to warm this thing up if you can say any of the names of us in this show tonight, especially if there's somebody in the show you want to talk to. Say our name.
Or if any spirits could say the names of any of the creatures that I brought in the beginning of the show.
I'm pretty sure I heard a Bill and a Perry.
So you want to talk to Bill?
Did I just get Rob? You said Rob Autry.
Whoa.
His full name.
Or do you have a message for Rob?
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
What is that message?
We're just naming all our names. We wrote that.
Skype ID for the show, if you want to call in, is OOJBLAND00. And if you're watching this on Facebook, the Facebook quality isn't the greatest. We do that to advertise. Go to YouTube and look up Paranormal Soup, and you will find this show. And there's a chat room. What message do you have for Rob?
Have
Big fire.
I'm listening if you guys have a message for me.
Close the door.
Close the door.
Close the door.
You know,
In the room.
Are you telling Rob to close his door? Is your door open, Rob?
No, my actual physical door is shut. But
That's what I thought.
I'm kind of wondering which door you're talking about. Now,
Is that a metaphysical, metaphorical door?
I'm getting some really strange words coming out on my afterlight box in here.
you know,
That's me. Heather Wood, I'm calling you right now on Facebook Messenger. You there, Heather?
Well,
Hi, Heather. Can you hear me?
There's nothing.
I can barely hear you.
You maybe.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Jason went
Uh-oh. Where did Jason go?
I don't know.
He better get back in here.
The ghost.
What did you do? Go to answer the other call? Did you do that, Jeff?
Okay, this is
What
bizarre.
did he?
Why is that? What happened?
I'm getting. I don't know if you guys saw what I typed in. I asked Lorelei if she had a barn by any chance. The words that have come out on my afterlight box on the little, voice thing
Uh-huh.
have been arrived, barn, master, transversed.
I got booted when I brought
Ron.
Hold on, Rob. I got Heather on the line. I got booted when I brought her on. You still there, Heather?
Yeah, I'm still here.
That's a trip, Rob.
And the last
Go
one.
ahead. Okay. I think we're going to see if we can get some communication with Heather here. She had a question.
I'm going to turn mine on as well, Rob.
All right, go ahead, Heather.
I would like to know if there's any loved ones on the other side that has any messages for me or any of my family.
I don't know.
Any messages for Heather from her family that's passed on?
In the middle of it.
Or for her family?
Redlands.
Ask another question, Heather.
Is there a Ann Shove?
Is there an Ann Schoaf there to talk to Heather?
Or an Aaron?
Or an Aaron? I heard, why are you doing this? In the back.
I heard a hello.
Can you give Heather any validating messages? Got the classic help us.
If there's an air in there, what was our mascot of our school?
Can you tell us the mascot of Heather's school?
We don't know what.
He said we don't know it.
You don't know it?
That's what I heard, clear as day.
Yeah, that's what I heard is clear as day too.
It's not a.
Means we might not be connecting with anybody that you know on the other side.
Which happens.
Yep. You never know.
Yep.
And how people know I got Heather on, if you don't have Skype, but you're friends with me on Facebook and you put it in the chat, I can call you on Facebook Messenger. That's how Heather's on right now. Of course, it didn't knock me off this show. I don't know if that's connected or not. It's twice it's happened tonight.
When I do big group sessions for people, and I'll do like 8 or 10 at a time, because it gets too crazy, messages for other people will start to get like mixed up. So when you listen back, listen to other people's stuff too. Sometimes your messages stuff in.
Well, that's a good point. Well, Heather, listen back later and see if you end up hearing any messages that relate. It doesn't sound like they know your mascot.
I think the spirits at Rob's house are listening to cool jazz or something too.
No, this is at my house. Which I like.
All right, well, I'm going to get off and everything. I don't know how long I'm going to have internet, so.
Yeah, me neither. All right. Thanks, Heather. You have a great night.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, Skype line's back and open. Yeah, it's twice now I've gotten booted off. It's weird. I don't know if it's because my wife's upstairs using the Fire Stick because the baby won't go to sleep, and that's running my internet.
You're a little bit framey tonight.
Yeah. Or I just need to reset my router.
Rob was saying some weird words he got like right before you got booted
Yeah,
off.
sorry to interrupt that. What was going on with that?
It was right after Marley got off, and I just typed in what the words were, and since then, the words that I got right after she got off, it said arrived. I was asking her if she had a barn or anything. She says she has like a couple sheds or something. It says arrived, barn, transversed, master, Ron. Isn't that her friend that died?
Let Laura Lee clarify that. I think she said that, yeah. She's still in the chat room.
Died, include, writing, and now it says friends after that. So it was kind of strange.
And then what app was that?
This is the Afterlight box, just the little...
Oh, there's the word part of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Do we want to play around with something else now?
I was thinking that was pretty weird, but she said it's Ray. So, okay.
That's Ray. Okay.
See, I wonder how mine will come through over the microphone.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Oh. Not hearing anything. You there, Todd?
Oh, yeah. For some reason my mic muted as soon as I turned it on.
Nope. That's not a good sign. Now I hear it.
There you go.
I hear it good.
What is that now?
This one's the Portal app.
Ah. This is all reverse speech.
Yeah.
This is done. This is made by. He's in the chat room right now. I think, or at least he was a little bit ago. Matt Payne from England, good friend of mine. Paranormal Shadow Investigations.uk. You can find this on the Android devices. I think you look it up under Paranormal Shadow Investigations UK, and it's free. Don't pay money for the other ones. There's a fake one out there.
Yeah, I don't know how clear it's coming through.
It's tinny, but I can hear it.
Yeah.
Can the spirits talk to us?
Yeah, any spirits with message for anybody? It's running the voices backwards, so you'll have to manipulate it to get it to come out clear.
Sally went, what?
Yeah. That's not open yet.
Monster snakes.
Ask more questions, Todd. And the spirit you see on Todd's screen is not a real spirit.
Yes,
so you know.
that's not real. It's digital.
To scare people.
It's a digicabra.
Digicabra.
Yeah, anybody has a message they want to send through for me or anybody else in the chat room or in the panel, say their name and send your message.
Matt's got, I forgot about this. Matt's got his live FM sweep going right now. I don't know if any of you guys have access to that. I don't, to my end.
Never asked you what?
That's what I was going to say, something about ask.
Yep.
Do you have any messages for Todd or for any of us in the panel?
Well, I don't generally try to make it personal, but my wife passed away a few years ago, and if you're still here... There's a not open yet again.
That is weird. Remember, people, this is all reversed. Matt made this app, so it's all reverse speech that comes through.
See, the problem is I can never understand these, so anybody else hearing anything, let me know.
Well, you're not supposed to understand it until you do understand it, because it's all reverse speech, you know. So it's like when it does come through with something not reversed, that's what the beauty of the Portal app is. Now you know you might have a message.
How did my wife pass away? What was her name?
Somebody said they heard Sarah in the chat room.
No, that would be definitely an answer. That's right.
Yeah.
That's Sarah.
And they didn't know
If
your
our
wife's
daughter's-
name.
Yeah, if our daughter's name comes through, then I'll know for sure.
She hears.
How about it says your daughter's nickname?
Yeah, what's my daughter's nickname? No, not Monster.
Maybe at times.
She acts like one. See, I can never ever pick them out, so. If there's messages for me, bring them on through. Sarah knows I loved her, so she can talk to me anytime.
One more time, can you say his daughter's nickname? Oh, it just did it.
Yeah, there it was.
Right after I asked, it said it. Bug, for people that don't know.
See, that's a good, valid response. Well, the app's on my phone, and it's laying directly on top of my heart, so if she's going to come through, that's where it'll come through.
I mean, that was a direct reply.
Did it just say something again like that?
I don't know. We'll have to listen to playback.
You have to listen to back.
Worst part is I've got my headset on, so I can't hardly hear anything coming out of it.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Somebody said they heard a kid say dad.
Yeah, I thought I heard a kid say something. I couldn't make it out.
Now, Matt's got multiple different voices in this, like women, men, children. Something about the voice now.
Yeah. Do you hear the voice now or something?
Now, there was something real deep I couldn't hear.
Yeah, did you hear that man's voice? Like, I think when we talked over it, like a man answered something.
That's Allison I've heard twice.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen to it. One of the problems is people say things in the chat room that they hear, but we're on such a delay from YouTube that...
Yeah. Yeah, it's about a 30-second delay at least. Yeah, somebody else heard Allison. Jennifer did. I heard that twice. I don't know if that's any relation.
Nope, not on me.
Okay.
But it could be for somebody in the chat room. I mean,
Very
if I get
true.
somebody looking over my shoulder, they can read the chat and see what's going on screen. Everybody's names.
That's why I leave my chat up when I do my end. So, like, so I swear they do know what's going on. So, Christy heard Sarah again.
Well, any messages from Sarah, I'm always willing to listen.
So what was that? That was like something you've had enough.
Yeah.
That's what something you've had enough or something like that.
I've had enough messages. That'll never happen.
Right?
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I don't think that's what that meant, though.
No, I'm not saying that's what I meant, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, I know. That was weird.
It was
There's Monster again.
Where's Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the monster snake.
Monster snakes.
Oh, can you say my
There's
name
something
directly?
daddy again with a little girl's voice. Said, "Daddy, can you see me?" I swear that's what I heard.
Now, how's it the ITC newbies getting the most responses out of backward voices?
I don't know, man. We don't know how this works. That's when you said, "Hey, do you want me to do it on my end?" I'm like, "Heck yeah," because you never know what you'll get.
Exactly.
Well, it's...
Now, if we had Judy here and got her to do it on her end, I think we'd get some crazy stuff because she's got it on it out. I wish she would.
Well, again, sometime we'll have to see if we can eventually set up and broadcast from the studio.
Yeah, definitely.
See, it's the quick, accurate responses. You asked for numbers, you got, for your fingers, you got it. There, I'll do the same. How many fingers am I holding up? Do we get a number? It's on the screen. I'll wiggle them around. How many are there? Wow, that was loud.
10. A little overcounted.
I thought I heard 7 at one point.
Yeah, I thought I heard 7 too. I'd love to see you try to hold 7 fingers up, with one hand. Yeah, they all heard 7.
Nope, I'm not making it right for you. Yeah, people are. That sounded like a guess. There's now 4.
Now he's holding
yeah.
some.
4 fingers and what else? There, it's wiggling. What is it? Yeah, but see, I'm not going to do the parlor tricks. That's not my thing. It'd be disrespectful. My wife would smack me upside the head for it.
Yeah.
I thought I just heard it say a soul is watching.
I keep hearing
That's
something
creepy.
is watching him. Like, for a few times, it sounds like we're watching, they're watching, she's watching.
Well, I'm in our bedroom, a matter of feet away from. Never answered me as to what took Sarah from me.
The last time you asked that, did the male voice respond like that the last time you asked that same question? Or did he respond?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if that happened before that way. We'll have to listen back. Now, people just answer.
Yeah, people in chat are saying they got an answer. See, I never heard it with my headphones on. What kind? If that's what it was, what was it?
Oh, moose.
Jamie's got mooses in her house. And I want an answer other than a simple generic answer, because with what Sarah did for a living, she'd be able to give me a better just generic answer.
Honestly, I feel awful, Todd. I don't remember what Sarah died from. I know it was cancer, but I don't know if you've ever told me exactly what one it was.
It was breast cancer, and it went stage 4 and spread all over her. But if she give me an answer of a little more
Jen said
where it went.
Jen said she heard breast cancer.
Now, see, that time I thought I heard cancer pretty loudly. There's Monster again.
Are they trying to tell you there's a monster with you? Maybe it's because you got a monster on your screen that keeps popping up.
Oh,
That could be.
the monster.
I've noticed on that app there are certain things that just come through really often. Like I've noticed that that thing that sounds like Allison.
Yeah, I kept on hearing Allison. I've heard it a lot.
And I think there's just certain things, like with any app like that. It's just, there's a thing that sounds like Monster Snake.
And that's when you have to wait for those things to actually come up, like in a significant way.
Well, I think this is the second time I've turned the power on this thing, period. So I don't know what it's going to say more often than or anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys have access to be able to play through your thing? Matt's Live FM Ghost Box he's just put out.
Yeah, I have it here.
You guys want to give that
There
a
you go.
shot?
There's a recent addition to my household. Who is it?
Oh,
Somebody recently moved in that hadn't lived here before. Who was it? Somebody that's been very sick. What did Sarah do for a living? Something happened to Grandma very recently that put her in the hospital. What was it?
I heard something about blood.
yeah, I was gonna say something blood, but I don't know.
Yeah, a couple times, Laura Lee, I've heard something that sounded like it could be German.
A few people said they heard nurse, and I think I heard it too.
Okay, well, Sarah was a nurse.
Right.
Yeah, there's a number of people.
I thought I heard nurse.
What kind of nurse? What was her specialty?
Emergency?
Nope. She had a specialty. And a lot of letters behind her name.
Very cool. She sounds like a special woman.
No, she definitely is. What color is our daughter's hair? Nope, she's not bald. What color is our daughter's hair?
I thought I heard it. Can you say it again?
They said they heard you say the color of her hair. What color is it? Apparently nobody's getting it. Open yet, but it ain't got in.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard that clear.
You keep getting the open door thing and open yet. That sounds creepy. You might want to shut down. It's like they're opening a door, like they were doing that on Rob's end, and now they seem like they're doing it on yours.
Yeah. With the amount of iron nails buried around the property here, and I'm on a limestone slab.
Oh boy.
You don't get much more warded than I am.
Yeah, people thought they heard brunette, but I know his daughter's hair color, and it's not brunette.
Maybe they could just be talking about opening a door for communication.
Well, we can go on to somebody else. Unless there's some reason for me to keep it open. Tell me if you want me to keep this thing open on my end.
I did well to leave back review. I thought I heard it when you first asked. It said red.
I heard red too. And then I heard
That's
something
about
about red a minute ago.
Yeah. Never asked you something.
What's that? The answer is something that I heard.
I did hear yes when you guys said keep it open, and Lurley heard that too.
I'm willing to. It's just I'm gobbling up time.
It's all right.
We've got like 20 minutes left to show.
I think we've gotten some good replies, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, and sometimes when you get it, you don't want to cut it off because you don't know when it'll come back again.
You know, other people in the chat room are, if they've got questions, ask them, and I'll say them out here. Still haven't heard the names of anybody in the group,
panel.
though.
No.
The funny part is the volume keeps jumping up and down on it, and it shouldn't be. Lindsay's apparently getting her own session going, whether she likes it or not.
That would be heat.
I'm trying to vape quietly. How many years has it been since I quit smoking? That's something the wife would know. There was a male German voice earlier. Was that somebody trying to come through? Yeah, and if somebody wants to call in to Jason and's got questions, I'll leave this thing open. If people think good responses are coming from here. So I don't know. It's on my phone with it laying directly across my chest, so it's over my heart.
We hear it. I hear it pretty well. And like I said, the best response today was when we asked, what your daughter's nickname was, and I bug right away.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, and to me, those are responses when you have to wait for 30 seconds to try to fish for a word.
Yep.
No, I want direct answers to questions.
Rob, were you able to get the live FM on your end?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll switch over to that now, Todd, before we run out of time.
Okay.
Because I want to try that out. I'm interested in that. This is Matt's live FM
That's located.
spare box.
All right, well, now you have to go to Rob's system for his broadcast, and
That's what's
anybody
always-
has any more messages, we'll take them.
That's what's always interesting, too, is like when we've done this and we switch to somebody else and then we get like the same names coming through with the same responses like from the same entity. It's like, how does that work? And we've seen that.
Where is that?
Laura Lee was asking, is there anybody that's got a message for Laura Lee that might come through? You've got my heart-powered, Android-powered box to use.
My dad's anniversary is coming up on the 27th, his 4-year anniversary of passing, and I'm curious if he can say one of our code words.
A code word for Jamie or any messages for our Laura Lee. And Laura Lee, if you kill my new phone, I'm going to be really annoyed. I've only had it for like 3 weeks. Any of Jamie's code words or any message for Lorelei from family or friends that have passed?
And not the code word she uses during her S&M.
Yeah, not the safe word.
Not the safe word.
Yeah, I guess it's getting quiet, and if that was my wife coming through, I love you and good night. And I will switch this off and go to Rob. All right, now it's Rob's turn.
the disciples.
There's live British FM. Who knows what we're gonna get?
Yeah. It's Matt Payne's new live one.
Third time I've gotten booted tonight. Remember
Nice.
Skype ID, last 15 minutes to call in, 00 J Bland 00.
And you missed it, Jason. They said Jamie's safe word.
I did?
Yeah, so now she's going to have to change it. It's no longer possum banana.
Hello.
Hello.
Born again.
Really?
Is that the radio?
Yes.
This is Matt Payne's Live FM.
Okay.
Where do you find that?
Holiness. Overindulgent grams.
I think this is what I have.
I think we're breaking laws, though. Don't you have to have a license in Britain to listen to the radio?
It's not an overindulgent gram. It's a father.
Your background looks cool, Perry.
Thanks.
He says you can add reverb or you can change effects on this too.
Am I using the right one, Matt? Is this the newest one right here?
And then, like, it.
If it is Perry, I got it off the his
Website?
web app store.
Oh, on the Google Play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's look for it.
If I knew Matt was going to be up this late, I would have got him on the show.
Yeah.
Well, there's always time he can call in on Skype.
Okay, I'm using the wrong one. This is a PSI live box.
I thought that might be what that was.
Yeah.
Do you see what Matt said in chat, Jason?
About changes to the effects?
I think so, yeah.
That's what clued me in. I'm like, okay, where do I do that?
Well, if spirits are in control and get some Sex Pistols, it'd be awesome. So,
I didn't see the FM stream thing on the website.
On the PSI website.
Yeah, that's where I was looking, and I didn't see it.
Become the.
Let me check again.
well, while they're poking at apps, you guys got to give me your opinion about the background. Should I stick with this? Do I change it out? I've done this more for upcoming Halloween, so.
I like it. I love the ghost.
I like it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty freaky.
I like it when everybody's background looks a little bit different. So when everybody's boxes flip around, it's like a different little scene. Except I don't know where Jeff is. I just see his flag.
Yeah, I think he had the webpage up. He was trying to find it too.
Yeah, I have it up right now as well.
It looks like Halloween threw up behind me on the table. I literally just got all this stuff out and started throwing it out. Nothing's taped up.
And again, if you want to call on the show, you got 11 more minutes to do it. It's 00 JBLAND 00 on Skype. Just call into the show.
You guys should check out the dollar store, though, for Halloween stuff for real. Like, hecka cheap stuff that is way freaking cute. Like LED little light up things and little skulls and just way cool stuff for $1.
And I'm expecting all you guys to join me for the Halloween show, right?
For sure.
Sounds good.
I got my costume going.
See, I don't know if I have a costume. I don't have a costume this year. I've been so broke. I got to worry about just make sure Dean has a costume. So I'm like, we'll see.
Well, mine's going to be basically like body paint,
Yeah, I saw the picture. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, so it's not going to be too
This involve possum bananas again?
all possum bananas again.
That was your code word and said it?
They know everything. Once it's in that realm of consciousness, they know.
When I think of code words, I think of the movie Frank. If anybody's ever seen that with Michael Fassbender. He wears this big head over him. He's just in a band, and the band has a safe word because they torture each other. Chinchilla, chinchilla, chinchilla.
See, I don't know what would be creepier, knowing like my deceased father knows like my safe word or not. Like that's a little concerning. You kind of think about something sometimes, and you kind of wonder stuff like who's actually watching what. Who cares about what?
Oh my god! Like, Dad, you shouldn't know that word. Were you able to find that site on his site at all?
Yeah, I'm still looking and I haven't found it. Throw a link up, Matt.
I won't let him post a link in YouTube.
Right.
In the chat?
No, I won't.
How come?
I don't think it lets you post links.
He has to have a blue wrench.
Oh, we'll have him send it to Jeff, and Jeff can post it. Or to me. Have him PM it to one of us, and then we can pop it in there.
Say something, Matt. I'll give you a blue wrench. I can't see where. Well, let me scroll up to the old messages.
He just said something under PSI Live tab.
Where was that? Okay, I'll go back to that.
Yeah, I would be giving him a blue wrench, but it's not letting me. It's my chat's being messed up.
Yeah, I thought that was like
there we
a
go.
video or something.
There we go.
I realized it was a ghost box. I think I did see that link.
All right, Matt. I made you as a moderator, so you should have a blue wrench, so you can post the link in chat.
Oh, PSI Live. I see it now.
Got 7 minutes left. Skype ID 00JBLAND00. If you want to take your short time to see if the spirits talk to you.
Oh, here it is. Free online ghost box. Is that the one? Yes. Windows apps. Oh no. Here. Oh no, that's just the other online ghost box. Where's that at?
Should be a new one, I thought, because I saw him post the other day about it.
Or is it the one that looks like a video?
I really don't know. I haven't had a chance to check it out.
Live PSI ghost box audio. Is that?
Upgrade your Ustream viewing experience.
Okay, that's not it.
You say you just sent Perry the link. Private message you by Perry.
Oh, wait a minute. That must be on Facebook then.
Yeah.
Not on there right now, so
send it to Rob.
Sign in there. And
How there's key finders for people that lose keys. We need a link finder for Perry. Because he always can't find the links.
no, I'm just not signed into Facebook right now. I just need to zip over there real quick and
There, now I'm multi-ghosty. I'm even better.
Multi-ghosting.
Yeah.
Is that a threesome? Three ghosts?
You made that sound raunchy.
I was trying to think of a way not to.
Possum banana. Possum banana.
Chinchilla.
Fire it up, dude.
Wait, I'm trying to get a picture of you with your ghosts when it pops up.
I don't think they're in sync, and I can't control it. There they are.
it was. Is it the? I'm wondering. Is it the link at the bottom of the page or the link at the top of the page that looks like a video screen?
Well, our ITC has come to Perry's link hunt, so if anybody else wants to call in, time to do it.
Oh, that's right. Wow, we only got 5 minutes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shut down and everything went to hell. You know, we need to have a ghost story night where people can call in and just tell their best ghost stories. That's what
the Halloween show is.
Oh, is it? See?
Yep.
I predicted the future. That was awesome.
Speaking of that, since I got about 4 minutes left, next week is going to be Tony and Deborah Pickman from the Sally House. That will be an earlier show. That will be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because Tony has to work early in the morning. And it's my son's birthday party that day, so I'm really going to be rushed to get that show together. And then I won't have a show October 9th because I have a store meeting, sadly, so I had to cancel that show and I have to reschedule that guest. And then I don't remember who I have later in the month. But the Halloween show, October 30th, the day before Halloween, it is going to be, I want you to definitely call in with your ghost story. And if you're too shy to call in and you're friend with me on Facebook, you want to send me your story, I'll read it on the show. I'll do that too if you're too shy to call in. But yeah, definitely call in with your ghost story.
Okay, can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this should be it.
The last 3 minutes?
Let's see if we can get the spirits to say goodbye.
The spirits, you got anything to say? Do it quick.
Who's going to win the presidential election?
Yeah.
There's a couple.
Johnson. Gary Johnson?
I heard Johnson.
Come on, yeah. Libertarian, let's go. He's an idiot, but he's better than the other two idiots.
The worst libertarian.
Out of the group of idiots, that's the idiot I'm voting for. That's the first time I've heard Johnson.
Yeah. It's usually Trump.
Of course, if that's a British live stream, that has a totally different meaning.
Exactly.
Would that be John Thomas? It's a ghost. And Jason fell offline again.
Uh-oh.
Getting knocked off here.
Did it just say weak signal or weak something?
Sounded something like that. And I heard call me.
Commenting on my internet connection tonight.
Yeah. Probably.
All right, well, we got 1 minute left here.
The landline.
Can the spirits say goodbye?
Yeah, considering the creator of Apple passed away and you're using an Apple product, maybe he's got some answering to do.
Yeah.
Not even a goodbye. Jeez. Weird spirits.
We're cutting out of here. We thank you. Any spirits that have talked to us tonight, we appreciate it. I know we got some replies.
Sure seemed like it.
All right, it is that time. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching the show tonight. Or our live ITC shenanigans tonight. I think we got some replies. Jamie, please edit it down for me. I beg you.
Will edit it. I promise.
Thank you, because I gave it a lot of time tonight because I was hoping we'd get some good material to edit down and show. Next, like I said, next week it's going to be a little bit earlier of a show. It's going to be 7 p.m. Central Time to 9 p.m. With Deborah and Tony Pickman from the Sally House from Kansas. You've seen it on A Haunting. You've seen it on Sightings. It's one of the definitely America's one of the top haunted houses stories out there. And then October 9th, no show. I don't remember what the other show is after that. I have to look at my calendar. And then October 30th, the Halloween show. If you got a ghost story, that's your time to call in the show and tell it. We want to hear it. I love ghost stories. Even if it's a short one, call in and just tell us a little bit of it. If it's a long one, I'll give you the time to tell it. I love ghost stories. And if you're too shy, write me on Facebook if you're a Facebook friend, and I will read it on air. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Not the same bat time, though. It'll be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I will have the links and all that posted soon. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. And thank you to my panel. Thank you, Jamie D., Jeffrey Chan. Thank you, Bill Perry. Thank you, Rob Autry. Thank you, Todd Reinhardt. Thank you, Judy, even though you weren't here. I still love you.
Killed my name again.
I'm always going to kill it. I'm a butcher of names.
Have a great night, everybody.
Have a great night.
Good night.
I want to say a big hi out there to Chris Hoekstra in the chat room tonight. He just saw, I think I saw him earlier and I missed it. Sorry to say hi to you, Chris. The song you're hearing, Chris was playing bass on, he was playing, I gotta remember, I'm losing track of my band. I'm playing lead guitar, he was playing bass on this song. His brother was singing it, Mike Hoekstra. Played this song, I've said it before, this is Last Request. Shout out to Chris, this is our old band, Interstate, one of my favorite songs we ever did. Good to see you, Chris. All right, guys, next week, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., earlier time slot. Deborah and Tony Pickman from the Sally House. We're going to talk about that great haunting. You can look up the old episodes of it on YouTube from Sightings. That's the first time they were ever talked about that. So check it out before the show so you get an idea what this is going to be about. It's one of the most craziest hauntings. Denise Pridemore has been on the show. She used to be a tour guide for that place. She still is. It's an awesome place. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. See you next Sunday. Different bat time, but the same bat channel. Have a great night.